Hey y'all! Welcome to Made with Love. Today I'm going to be making Alfredo pasta, which has shrimp, anchovies, and a lot more. One time I tried this dish at Scatterbush and I fell in love with it. By the way, the anchovies are optional. If you don't like them, you don't have to use them. Now let's get started. I have here 10 pieces of shrimp cleaned up, 5 to 6 pieces of mushrooms, 6 to 7 cloves of garlic chopped into small pieces, and some basil leaf. And I have here dried anchovies soaked in water. Anchovies are normally salty, so I'm soaking them in water for half an hour to reduce the saltiness. Also, you need seasonings and cream for this recipe. I'm adding half a teaspoon of salt to the shrimps and I'm gonna mix them well and I'm gonna let it sit for 10 minutes. Meantime, in a pan, I'm adding 2 to 3 tablespoons of olive oil and I'm adding the anchovies to the pan and I'm gonna fry them for about 2 to 3 minutes. You don't have to overcook them. After 3 minutes, I'm removing them from the heat. And I'm also taking the oil and I'm keeping it aside for later. In a medium pan, I have water boiling and I'm adding half a pack of pasta to the water. And I'm adding 1 tablespoon of olive oil. Now I'm adding a little bit of salt and I'm gonna let it cook under cover for 10 minutes. This recipe is for 4 servings. It's been 10 minutes and the pasta is cooked and I'm gonna strain the pasta from the water. In a separate pan, I'm adding 2 to 3 tablespoons of olive oil on medium heat and I'm adding the chopped garlic to the pan. Now I'm adding the shrimps and I'm gonna let them cook for 2 minutes. After 2 minutes, and I'm adding the chopped mushrooms, basil leaves to the pan. This can be done while the pasta is cooking. Now I'm adding 1 cup of cream. Now I'm adding the fried anchovies to the sauce. I'm also adding half a cup of pasta water, 1 tablespoon of pepper, 1 teaspoon of basil leaves, the dried basil leaves, and I'm gonna mix them well. Lastly, I'm adding a handful of spinach leaves. During this time, you can check the seasonings and add salt if you want. I added additional 1 teaspoon of salt to the sauce. Now I'm adding the pasta to the sauce and I'm gonna mix them well. And I'm gonna let it cook for another 5 to 10 minutes. Finally, I'm adding 1 tablespoon of chili flakes. This is optional. And I'm garnishing with some lemon zest.
The pasta is ready and it's so tempting. I'm gonna take a bite. This is so good. The lemon zest adds earthy flavor and the anchovies shrimps gives additional flavor to pasta. This is so delicious. I can just keep eating. You have to try this, guys. And if you like this video, give it a thumbs up and make sure to click the subscribe button. See you later.